Hey Stillwater, welcome to episode 37 of the Still Connect podcast, the show all about our amazing town, Stillwater, Oklahoma. This is your spot to plug in, hear some great stories, and feel a little more connected to our amazing community and the people in it. I'm your host, Denver Evans. I grew up right here in Stillwater, where I run my business, Stillwater Digital Marketing. Still Connect is a local podcast where every week I share friendly chats with someone who's helping build community here in Stillwater. Now, this podcast is crowdfunded, so if you want to help share these local stories, consider becoming a subscriber on Patreon, where you can get a few perks like early access to episodes, sponsorship opportunities, and more. I would like to thank our current business subscribers, Renovate Stillwater, Film in Oklahoma, and our Stillwater patron, Darren Huddleston. I'm excited about today's episode. I'm here with Meghan Brasuell at the Prairie Arts Center.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So give us kind of an overview of your job and the Prairie Arts Center.
Okay. Well, the Prairie Arts Center is a partnership between OSU and the city of Stillwater. So I essentially work for both entities, but technically I fall under OSU, and so does my staff. And so, but we serve the community. So that includes our whole community with the city and our OSU community too as well. So anybody can come and take a class here or participate or get to know us and hang out and have some fun making art.
Very nice. So what all do you offer? I know there's a lot.
There's a lot. We try to reach what people are looking for too. So we get a lot of questions on what we offer. But if you have an idea in mind, we might be able to help you too through our art partners. But we do pottery, which is probably our number one thing that we do. And we do glass fusing and stained glass, and we do jewelry making and metalsmithing, painting, drawing, fiber arts. We also have a shop that we sell art supplies in, printmaking. So you name it, we almost do it probably.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. How did you get involved with this?
Actually, it was the first hire. So the Prairie is where multi-arts used to be. And then also multi-arts was where multi-graphics started, which has a cool story that back in the 70s down at Couch Park, a bunch of art students started hanging out and doing classes and kind of doing their own thing down there. And the city was super supportive of that. And so they were able to sort of throughout the years, and I haven't been able to get a good timeline on when things happened.
Yeah.
But they moved to this building at some point, I think in the early 2000s or late 90s.
Yeah.
And they were able to become multi-arts, and the city ran it for a while, and then they had a board with the Friends of the City and the Friends of Multi-Arts, and so that was a great combination. And then for a while that worked really well, and then they kind of had some issues, and so then OSU stepped in under the direction of Dr. Brennan, and she put together a plan to have OSU and the city work together in a partnership, and I was her first hire that she brought on board.
Very nice. That's fun. Yeah, so I remember when it was the Multi-Arts Center back when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
We would come here. And
did you make clay?
Did
you do some pottery?
Yeah, I think we made little bowls or something. Yeah.
That's kind of what people remember the most.
Yeah.
And, they did some really amazing things, and the arts festival and all of those things that went on with that. So.
Yeah. So what's your art medium?
What's my preferred art?
What do you like?
Oh, I'm a stained glass artist.
Okay.
So, and I dabble in pottery.
Yeah.
So, and working here, I kind of feel like sometimes I need to know a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So, I'll take the classes too, just so I kind of know what's going on.
So how are the classes structured, scheduled? What does that look like?
We run on a monthly schedule.
Okay.
I would love to say that we were booked out for a whole year, but we do it month to month because we rely on our community members to teach our classes. And so, or bring in guest artists from the city or from Tulsa or wherever they may be. We just had an artist, Lori Roll from Bartlesville, come in and teach an acoustic class last weekend. So, so we bring in guest artists. We search our community for who might be available to teach classes. Judy Toller was also here, who's a pastel artist. So she was here last weekend as well, doing a clouds and skies pastels class. So that was fun. And so we run on a monthly schedule, and then we So we put that out every month, and we have a newsletter and try to get the word out about classes that are coming up.
Yeah.
And,
so newsletter and website are kind of the social media probably too.
Social media and our website. I always say our website.
Channels for people.
All the channels.
Yeah.
We try to keep our website. I really work hard to try to keep that as up to date as possible. So that's the best way to find out what's going on around here.
So how do you decide what classes are going to be offered in a given month? Is it just based on artist availability, like basically who's available to teach these things? And
yes. So we try to run a schedule where we're always offering a pottery class. We have a rotation of instructors for that. We're always doing something in print. Kind of our main studios, stained glass or glass, fusing, metal smithing. So we try to make sure we have at least one class in all of those. Mostly introduction. We really start with just so that everybody can participate. And then we don't let any of our classes be longer than 4 weeks. We just find that that's kind of a sweet spot for people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we choose. But we make sure we have something every month in those main studio areas.
Very cool. Yeah. So if someone attended a class or two, let's say they did pottery or something, and they wanted to just come and work on pottery, is that something they could do as well? Or are there like open hours for people to come in? And okay.
Once you've taken pottery wheel one or hand building, you are welcome to come in and do open studio and sign up for that. So that's a monthly rate. And same is true with our jewelry and stained glass and our print studio as well.
Very nice.
So yeah.
That's great. So are you from Stillwater originally?
I am not. I am from Oklahoma City originally.
Okay.
And I spent a great deal of time in Chicago before we moved back to Oklahoma.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Stillwater has been a really great place to land.
Yeah. What did you do in Chicago?
I was the director of front of house operations for the Chicago Theater.
Oh, okay.
So my whole background is in theater.
Yeah.
So this was the first position that I did, or the first space that I took over that was visual arts.
Okay. Very cool. What was the theater like?
Theater is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I worked for Madison Square Garden for a time period. I worked for a small group that ran the theater too. So there was a buyout situation going on. And I also worked at a performing arts center that brought in performing artists from all over the space. And then we would give them different locations to perform in Chicago. So that was fun. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I really got to know Chicago that way. And I really enjoyed my time there. So.
Yeah. How does Stillwater compare?
You know what? This is what I always say. I was actually a part of Leadership Arts when I came back. Right when I moved back to Oklahoma, and I got to give a presentation there, and I talked about the fact that when I moved back to Oklahoma, I felt like I got to see my artist friends again. When I lived in Chicago, even though I worked in theater and I did a lot of different arts, I had people, it wasn't the same type of knitted community that I had here. I also was in Detroit for grad school, so I got to know the scene there, and it was the same kind of vibe. It was like, I just didn't feel like I made as many connections. So when we moved back to Oklahoma, it was a really nice kind of like, oh yeah, I remember this. This feels really good. So, and Stillwater has changed so much since we've moved here.
Oh yeah.
And it's been really fun to be a part of all the things that are going on. And things are happening.
When did you say when you moved here?
I moved here. Oh my goodness. I moved here in 2012.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
And to be a part of the city too. I've just really gotten to know how the city works and how that kind of community, and we just have such a great group of people who are working behind the scenes right now. So it's been...
That's what I hear everyone saying.
It's really fun. I mean, and especially being down here has been close to downtown. I'm a part of the cultural district group.
Okay.
And we've been meeting for like 7 years just as a group. and we get together and talk about, oh, I'm doing this, you're doing that. Okay, can we partner up? Can you come help us with this? Or can you, and we have Lexicon coming up, which is a big effort on all those people's parts.
Yes. So tell everyone who doesn't know about Lexicon just kind of what it is.
Lexicon got started, it's a Comic-Con, but it got started by the library. And so it's really supposed to be book-based, Comic-Con. And so we are really, that's what we focused in on. And so it got really big really fast. And so the library reached out and wanted to get some more people involved. And so the community center and us and Stone Cloud are now all part of that. And so this year we're going to have a lot going on at Block 34 now that it's open. And we're really looking forward to that. So there'll be a cosplay contest at Block 34.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
And we do a lot of free programming for that. So.
And what's the date for that?
October 25th.
Okay.
It's going to be 10 to 3:30-ish.
Okay, awesome.
Cosplay starts at 4, I believe.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I'm not sure that this episode's going to come out by then, but possibly.
That's totally fine. No worries.
Yeah. If you miss it this year, check it out next year.
Check it out next year, for sure. We'll do it again.
So it's every October usually?
Yes. It used to be in August, but now we try to do it a little bit later, so it's not as hot. So. But we'll see, because we seem to be in a heat wave right now. So
I know, right? 90 degrees in October.
I know. Who would have thunk?
It's not very nice.
It really isn't. I do not enjoy it.
Yeah. So what other kind of events do you all host here?
So we do several different events. I wanted to mention that we've started to really try to focus in on some free events that we offer too.
Okay.
So every Tuesday, every month, we have first Tuesday is sketchbook sessions. So you can come and we have a still life drawing set up. So you can come and hang out and do that. The second Tuesday is a conversation and collage. That's fun to do. And then on the third Tuesday, we're going to have pull a print. So you'll get to pull one of our screen prints that we have, and on whatever you bring to pull it on. So T-shirt, whatever. Yeah.
So just use something that's already made and do the whole running the ink over it. And awesome.
So, and those are all free. And then we have our community art studio on Saturday, which is a free activity for everybody to come and participate. This year they're making, this month, they're making cute framed ghosts out of egg cartons and old wallpaper. So
that's fun.
Pretty cute.
And you all have like a program through the summer for kids, right? So what's that like?
So we run a 6-week summer art camp for 6 to 10-year-olds and 11 to 14-year-olds.
Very nice.
Our 11, 14-year-olds, we kind of focus in a little bit more on drawing or painting or sewing even. So we run a couple of different scenarios, pottery, of course. And then our younger kids, we usually focus on an artist or a theme of some sort. So. And then we also, during the school year, have after-school art academy. So we run 6 weeks, 2 sessions each semester.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. And then I know you all host other, organizations events here. You all host the Stillwater Farmers Market.
Yes, every Saturday, and from 8 to 1, and then on Wednesdays until November, 8 to 1 too. And then they start that back up in April. So
very nice.
We love having them. They've been here. Were like one of the first people that I sought out to make sure that I was like, you guys need to be here. We need to make art and you need to sell local food.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It works out, makes a really nice Saturday. You can walk down to Block 34. They have vendors down there too. The vintage market's down the street, or you can go over to the library. So
yeah, I just talked with Memory Lane Vintage Mall recently, and they talked about how I guess they do an outdoor event once a month. So yeah.
So we've really enjoyed that. We do local artists a lot of times on our porch. We call them porch pop-ups.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then in November, we'll have a holiday pop-up shop. So we'll take over the outside with the farmers market. So that's a lot of fun. And we usually bring in Good Little Eater or somebody to do some hot chocolate and make it sort of pretty festive. Yeah. But we do it all outside. So hopefully it won't be 90 degrees.
Hopefully it won't be 90. Hopefully it won't be 30.
Yeah, exactly. We do run into that.
Because it'll just be one and then the other within a week.
One extreme or another.
Yeah. And then you all host kind of in your parking lot here. I know a lot of the Stillwater Arts Festival Yeah.
Yeah. We took over the Arts Festival about 3 years ago. And so last year we had over 40 artists from all over. I think our furthest artist was from California. It's a juried art show, which means that you have to submit to get in. And we usually have 2 or 3 artists who help us with that. And the Arts Council is involved. The Stillwater Arts Council is involved with that. Visit Stillwater is a huge supporter of that for us. And I believe, and the city, of course, because the city helps us out.
Right.
They've provided music before and all sorts of things. But I believe that it is the longest running festival. At least that's what Visit Stillwater has claimed to me.
Very cool. In Stillwater?
In Stillwater.
Wow.
So I think it's been going on for 45 years.
Wow.
I could be wrong. Please don't quote me on my dates.
Well, it's been a while. It's
been going for a while.
Yeah.
We've just been doing it for 3 years.
Yeah.
But
so when you say we've been doing it, like your organization puts it on? Okay.
Yeah. So Prairie puts it all together. And then with the support of the Arts Council, they come and run food for the vendors, and then we get a grant from Visit Stillwater, and of course they help us with promoting it and so forth. So, and then the city helps us shut down all the roads, make sure we have trash here.
That's helpful.
Trash pickup and stuff like that. Those are some pretty key elements that we need for the event. And it runs Friday and Saturday, and this year will be April 17th and 18th.
Awesome.
So
that's very exciting.
Come hang out.
Yeah. Yep. So when you say it's a juried art show and people have to make submissions, who decides like which artists are going to participate?
I ask different people. We get up to 3 jurors every year, and so I kind of seat people from either the city or Tulsa, Enid, surrounding areas, and then I always get a local person.
Just like artists, basically,
As long as they're a visual artist that is promoting themselves and out there in the world, then we try to get them to come and take a look and see who's submitting their work here and hopefully help us put on a really good festival. So.
Very nice. Cool. So it sounds like you're really involved in the art culture, obviously, around here, but just also kind of just the downtown community in a lot of different ways. What do you like about Stillwater?
I think, again, it goes back to, I think that it's funny, they say we're the friendliest college town, but I really find it easy to partner with people. We're all working for a common good, which is to give everybody a good time to have in Stillwater. And so I've really enjoyed getting to know the downtown merchants. I've enjoyed getting to know, people over at the Sherrar or at the Botanical Gardens or just around town, and how many times they're like, oh, we need somebody to do something. And I'm like, we can do that. We can hang out. We can do printing on dog bandanas, which we did for Bark Fest at Stone Cloud. And we're going to go to a pumpkin patch later this month and do a fun making activity there. So we try to get out and about too and be a part of our community. And I don't know, people, they just make it easy around here. The library is right next door. We're constantly like running things back and forth for each other. So, and sharing parking spaces. So
sharing a lot of parking spaces.
Sharing a lot of parking spaces and talking about parking a lot because, that's the number one thing that everybody wants to talk about. But, and then watching Block 34 come alive was really kind of a cool thing to get to experience. And
have you been to any of the concerts? I
have. And I think they're doing an excellent job. And I'm excited for some songwriters that are coming up. And I did not go to Shred Fest, but I was out of town, but I have really enjoyed what they've been putting on.
Yeah, so. It was a good time. It was a good time. A lot of fun bands.
Yeah.
So
I like that there's a wide range of what they're offering. So
yeah. The focus has really been to hit a variety of genres. Yeah. And also at the same time through that, because in Stillwater, we have a lot of red dirt. We have a lot of country, and like folk. Rock are all like pretty common. But, they wanted to kind of show
branch
people
out.
What else is here, So we have like, when we had Funkadelic Sunset.
That was awesome. Or King Cabbage or,
any of that stuff. That event was King Cabbage and Downtown Funk. Yeah. Which, shout out to Ryan Hatcher. I don't know if he'll ever hear this, but he is a trumpet player, and he plays in both of those bands.
Oh, really?
So that was
he's sort of
probably a long night for him.
I can imagine that was a long night, but it was a fun night.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
So I just think the vibe down here is really it's very positive, and I think we're all working towards making Stillwater the best that it can possibly be.
Yeah. So how can people support the art scene?
By going to events. That's what I always say, or come take a class, or go to Medela and see an art exhibit going on there. You don't necessarily have to purchase art, but you can go and appreciate the hard work that people are doing. Mm-hmm. And, go to the museum and check out what they've got going on. And, there's no reason to sit at home. There's something to do. And it's all walkable is what I like about down here.
True.
We used to live kind of close to down here, and I wish we sometimes still did so that we could just walk. But it's pretty cool to watch people. I was driving home the other night, and there was just a lot of people out and about on a Saturday night just walking around, and it's like, exactly.
Yeah.
So that
That's
was
awesome.
pretty exciting.
And that's what we want. I mean,
Right.
I bet 2012...
Totally different.
Nothing like that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And to see what's happening with the Y and everything that, and the soccer fields out there and stuff. So, I just think it's just going to continue to get better and better.
Better and better every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
So every month. So it's good times.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate the opportunity. I really do. I love nothing more than talk about the arts in Stillwater. So.
All right. Well, we'll have to have you back.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in to Still Connect. I hope you enjoyed that conversation with Meghan. Be sure to check out the Prairie Arts Center on all their social media linked in the show notes, as well as the podcast social media for highlights, updates, and more. And be sure to share the podcast with your Stillwater friends. If you love hearing these Stillwater stories come to life, I would really appreciate your support on Patreon. For a subscription starting at as little as $5 a month, you can help grow the podcast, plus get early access to episodes, behind-the-scenes looks, and a shout-out on the show. Higher tiers let you submit questions for upcoming guests, receive podcast merch, and even appear on an episode yourself. Every bit of support helps grow this community and keeps local stories front and center. Together, we can keep Stillwater connected, one conversation at a time. Speaking of which, I would like to thank our current business subscribers, Renovate Stillwater, Film in Oklahoma, and our Stillwater patron, Darren Huddleston. And remember, we all need community. So even when life gets busy, make sure you still connect.